One word to describe competing for SFU is tradition.
My word is success.
Determination.
Experience.
Inspiring.
One word to describe competing for SFU is excellence.
It is family.
Passion.
My word is pride.
Opportunity.
My word is patriotic.
I am Sophie Swant.
I am Adam Jones.
I am Peyton Smith.
I am Justin Guerin.
I am Victoria Saunders.
I am Braden Charlton.
I am Michaela Guerrero.
I am Graham Miller.
I am Christine Howlett.
I am Adrian Vanderhelm.
I am Michelle Waters, and we are proud to be on Canada's NCAA team.
And welcome everybody to the West Gym here atop Burnaby Mountain. It's Simon Fraser men's basketball. It's the GNAC opener as the hometown Clan set to take on the nationally ranked Western Oregon Wolves. A great packed house expected here today atop Burnaby Mountain. Should be a great open to the season for Simon Fraser, the vastly improved Clan under second-year head coach Steve Hansen, going 4-2 in the preseason. Some reason for optimism there as the Clan looking to pick up where they left off. A couple wins near the end of a very challenging GNAC season for Coach Hansen and the rest of the staff. They took that optimism into the offseason and have brought it here today to face one of the toughest foes they will face in the conference this season in the Western Oregon Wolves, who, as we mentioned, come in with that 6-0 record, that number 13 record in the NABC coaches poll. So a ranked foe here with about 48 seconds before the anthems and the start of this game. We'll get going in just a second, but we can let you know that Clan TV is here for the extent of both the men's and women's basketball seasons. Hope you'll enjoy all the broadcasts here. Last weekend, Simon Fraser taking part in that Point Loma Nazarene Thanksgiving Classic in San Diego, losing to Azusa Pacific 66-56 Friday, and then falling to the host school 79-55 a day later. We'll get to all the main combatants in this contest, but we will let you know, and there's some great interest to watch. The son of Jay Triano, the former Clan great now coaching the Phoenix Suns, of course, his son Dustin Triano wearing number 5 and in the lineup as a redshirt senior, and it will be fun to call the name Triano within the realm of the West Gym here at Simon Fraser University. That's our cue to skidoo. We'll be back in a moment after the playing of the anthems as we get you set up for the start of this game from the West Gym here atop Burnaby Mountain.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we begin tonight's pregame ceremonies, last month, the basketball community was saddened by the passing of a former SFU men's head coach, Stan Stewartson, one day before his 79th birthday. Stan served as head coach of the Clan for 9 seasons, and in his 1986-87 team won 24 games, which remains the most in SFU history. Stan coached 11 student athletes who would go on to play for Team Canada, including Jay Triano. He also coached 88-year-old Terry Fox during his time at SFU. Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask that you please rise and join us in observing a moment of silence out of respect for Stan and for the impact he had on the lives of so many individuals. Stan will be dearly missed. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now at this time, we ask that you remain standing and through all caps as we welcome the NEI Screaming Eagles Marching Band led by band directors Chad Joyner and Kara Friesen, and the students from grades 9 to 12 at NEI High School to perform the American and Canadian national anthems.
And welcome back, everybody. The sounds of the MEI Screaming Eagles Band with the two national anthems. They are the very, very best of the high school marching bands, and what a group they have out there in Abbotsford at MEI Secondary School. So great to have them as part of this great opening to the men's GNAC season here in the West Gym at Simon Fraser University. The player introductions now underway, and number 11, Tanner Omelet, you hear that name a lot today as part of this great Western Oregon team. We'll introduce you to the rest of the starters when the house lights come up, but it is a nice full house here at the West Gym. A great job for those coming out for a Thursday night game here at the West Gym. And Simon Fraser, as we mentioned, improved fortunes over the non-conference part of the schedule. And now the Clan getting set to be introduced to the hometown crowd here. Simon Fraser starters now being introduced, and Kedar Salam, the former Kedar Wright, dynamic scorer, the transfer out of UBC in his senior season here with the Clan, wearing number 11. So Wright getting introduced to the crowd. Isaiah Sherman-Newsom as well, number 14. What a great season he had last season, improved it again this year, and just a tremendous player here as part of that group for the Simon Fraser Clan. Michael Provenzano in his second year with the Clan, the starting point guard. And the players wearing these glowing for Make-A-Wish, the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Some great awareness and the foundation is providing here, and the Clan players representing that well. JJ Pankratz as well, and Tyrell Lewin as well, making up the rest of that starting five. Lewin wearing number 23, played in the front court along with the Pankratz, the senior, wearing number 22, the redshirt senior. And boy, I'll tell you, JJ Pankratz has spent some time in the weight room over his career here with the Simon Fraser Clan, the former high school grade out of Yale Secondary in Abbotsford. As the players now exchanging their pleasantries as we get set for the opening tip. The starters: Tanner Omelet, number 11, Vince Bauman wearing number 15, Darius LeBaum wearing 20, Ali Farouk Bey wearing number 22, and Riley Hawken number 32. And it's going to be Bauman and Pankratz getting set for the opening jump. Ball is going to go to the Wolves, and they'll start it all off here with Darius LeBaum. As we mentioned, Western Oregon sporting that perfect 6-0 record, including a couple of wins at their own mini tournament last week. Great pass down inside, but some solid positional defense there by Lewin. And he gets in the way of Bauman's layup attempt there, crashing to the floor on the other side of the court. There's Kedar Salam. So no score yet in this basketball game, just underway. As we mentioned, a great crowd here as Omelet comes to a stop, loses the ball in the paint, and Salam with the basketball. Provenzano, what a crowd favorite he became with that great handle last season for this crowd at the West Gym. Here's Salam making his way into the paint, puts up a tough bank off the window and gets it. And Kedar Salam will open the scoring here for the Clan in their 2017-18 GNAC campaign. Early 2-0 lead here for the Clan. LeBaum looking inside for Bauman. They'll kick it back out to Tanner Omelet for the triple. Too strong off the back iron, tip drill underneath, and battling for that loose ball is Salam. It'll go to Provenzano. Always casting that gaze up court. Michael Provenzano gets through a real tight spot there, and will reset the offense here in the half court. Sherman-Newsom finding his teammate Provenzano again. The shot clock down to about 12 here. Kedar Salam will put up the triple. Bingo! Salam with the three! And that's a 5-0 lead here for Simon Fraser in the first minute and 45 seconds of play. Salam with that tough banker to open the scoring, this time to three, this time though in the half court. Right to the basket goes Hawken for the lay-in. And Western Oregon now on the scoreboard, 5-2 the score. It's going to be about consistency in that starting group and the first few off the bench here for Simon Fraser. Salam again, this time knifing through the paint. Crashing to the deck there and the whistle blows. And the foul getting called against Western Oregon's Ali Farouk Bey. Quick sub here from head coach Jim Shaw. He's going to bring in Brandell Evans, number 12. Provenzano inbounds. Was looking for Pankratz underneath the basket. The whistle blows. And they'll try it all over again. Provenzano this time up top to Pankratz. A little head fake on Omelette. Puts up a little runner. Challenge to find the rim there. Omelette pushing the ball. Heavy tempo down the floor. He wants it all, and he's going to put it up off the back iron. Right in off the bench. Brandell Evans follows for the putback. And 5-4 now. The Wolves down by a point. Here's Provenzano on a string to Lewin. Gets his own offensive board, and Tyrell Lewin doing what he needs to do. That second effort in the paint nets the Klana basket. 7-4, a one-possession lead here for the Klana, 3-point margin. Here's Riley Hawken. Up top to Bauman. Omelette doing his best Provenzano there as he kind of knifes through the paint as well. Senior team here from Western Oregon. They have so many weapons. JJ Churnside, the 6'9" senior of the Grants Pass, Oregon, now into the game. Riley Hawken taking the seat, so they keep the height in the game with the 6'9" Churnside. Get 3 inches bigger there in the front court. Omelette off the inbound. Sherman Newsom guarding him to go up top to Farouk Bey. Now it's Darius LeBon. Great cut to the basket there. They can't score it. Simon Fraser instead, right down the floor. Provenzano couldn't get it to fall, and a tip underneath. JJ Pankratz with a great job there, following the miss by Provenzano. Resourceful play, and there's Churnside. Jim Shaw is getting scoring off the pine here. He's bringing in a host of players, really going through that rotation quickly here, and the bench is really helping the cause of the Wolves here in the opening quarter. Here's a great acceleration of Provenzano. He leaves it on the rim, a tough break, and he wants that one back. Provenzano, a great move to the basket, but couldn't score it. That is a dynamic move to the basket, but I think they're going to call the offensive foul. Oh, excuse me. And then one, the foul on Provenzano, who shares LeBaum's number. I just saw the 20 come up and saw number 20, Darius LeBaum, heading to the basket, but he gets that to go and gets the chance for the end one here. 9-8, it'll tie the score, and he does just that. So we're locked up at 9 here. Jim Shaw, the third-year Western Oregon coach, has made a number of changes already. Steve Hansen, his counterpart from Simon Fraser, has gone with the same starting 5 here. Kadar into the paint, tough shot, he sinks it. And that's when Salam's at his best, when he's looking for his own shot, manufacturing those opportunities. He's got 3 baskets already in this game. There's a miss from distance by Demetrius Trammell, recently checked in off the bench. And Provenzano will push it the tempo at the other end. He bumps with Churnside. We'll see what happens here. It looks like JJ Churnside indeed will get called for the foul. And Provenzano, building on last season's incredible campaign, we talk about the handle, the speed with the basketball, and you're seeing it all over the court here in the opening quarter of play. 11-9, Simon Fraser. The timeout on the floor right now, and of course we love to tell you all of those that help bring Simon Fraser basketball to the air right here on Clan TV. And we'll start off by telling you about the SFU Spirit Shop. I'm seeing some Clan gear here in the crowd, and the SFU Spirit Shop has branded SFU clothing and merchandise They're a proud supporter of SFU Athletics, located at the Burnaby campus in the Maggie Benson Center to pick up your Simon Fraser University athletic gear, Canada's NCAA team. And the MEI Eagles, Screaming Eagles band, certainly engaging the crowd here today. They occupy one full section of the West Gym here, and the West Gym is packed today. Great to see the stands full and those lining up along the top, leaning against the railings wherever they can get a seat. Fog McDog distributing some swag here for the crowd. So a great atmosphere here to open the 2017-18 campaign. Simon Fraser's women opening the GNAC campaign on Tuesday, but falling in Bellingham to their old foes at the Western Washington University. We know head coach Langford and company will get back on a winning track, but a tough one to open the season, as do the Clan, drawing one of the top teams in the GNAC this season. Projected the Western Oregon Wolves, as we mentioned, nationally ranked, coming in here with a number 13 ranking in Division II men's basketball. That's Provenzano making the first of two. And Mike will go 2 for 2. And the guard contingent, the guard duo of Salam and Provenzano, 11 and 20 respectively, doing a great job scoring the basketball here in the early going for Simon Fraser. Here's Trammell, guarded by Provenzano. Great kick and penetration there out to Churnside, can't get that to fall. Western Oregon, some forays deep in the paint, can't make that one fall. Trammell, though, will knock it down from the corner, the big triple there. And that's going to pull Western Oregon to within one at 13-12. Demetrius Trammell out of West Point, Georgia. He's a 6'1" senior. Simon Fraser set to make their first sub of the game, and it's going to be Othniel Spence wearing 0. And what an exciting player Othniel Spence is. He will take J.J. Pankratz' spot in the lineup as the Clan goes small here. Basically a 4-guard lineup with Tyrell Lewin manning the middle. And we'll see what this does in terms of tempo, ball movement, and all the good stuff for the Simon Fraser Clan. There's Trammell fading from 17, can't find the range there. And as we say that, Dustin Triano checks in or to the minor officials table. Provenzano right down the court to lay it up and in. 15-12, Dustin Triano set to check in at the next stoppage here for Western Oregon. Of course, Dustin Triano played his high school basketball at South Delta Secondary in Tawasin. 1 year of prep school and then 4 years, including a redshirt season at Gonzaga University. He played in last season's Division I final. And that is basketball royalty in the building here today for Western Oregon. There's a shot from the corner. Salam knocking it down. Kadar feeling it here in this opening quarter of play. Salam now with 10 points in the game. Knocks down that triple. 4 baskets for Kadar Salam here early. Churnside, he wants to get that one back, and he does. He gets a 3 right back in the corner to make it a 1-possession lead. Dustin Triano's having a heck of a wait there along the sidelines as the play continues. There's Provenzano, great crossover. Finds Sherman Newsom. He'll weave it around with Kadar Salam. Puts it back on the shot and knocks it down. He's red hot. Kadar Salam knocks down another jumper. 20-15 the score here for Simon Fraser, hanging with number 13 nationally ranked Western Oregon right here on Clan TV. Here's a drive on the baseline by Western Oregon. And that was Riley Hawken back into this starting group. Looks like the foul was called on Othniel Spence of the Clan, his first of the game. Here's Triano with the basketball. Go to Trammell. Evans back to Triano. Churnside, short baseline jumper. He loves that spot on the floor, and J.J. Churnside knocks down another jumper. So 20-17 the score here. 3-point lead for Simon Fraser. Provenzano. Thanks to everybody at Western Oregon this week. Had a great time, opportunity to chat with Dustin Triano and head coach Shaw. Read a story for varsityletters.ca. Hope you enjoyed that one, and great to see a Triano in the gym. It's, as a player, a Triano hasn't been on the floor against Simon Fraser or win a game involving the Clan since 1981 when Jay Triano finished. There's Salam again. I better stop talking about anything else but the guy wearing number 11 because he's on fire. 23-17. They're going to have to start getting somebody guarding him a little more closely. Salam is just knocking it down in the early going. There's LeBron. Too strong off the back iron, right to Churnside. They'll get the loose ball back to Trammell. Churnside tees it up again. This time knocks it down. And there's a dangerous shooter on the floor as well. The tallest guy in the game, 6'9" JJ Churnside. 2 triples in this game. There's Spence at the other end. A frenetic pace to the opening here of this basketball game. We've got a high-scoring game if this pace continues. 23-20 our score. A timeout on the floor. Salam, what a incredible start. And if the guy looks familiar but the name sounds different, formerly Kadar Wright, this year Kadar Salam, number 11. And we will get some stats here in just a second and bring you up to date on some of the numbers from this basketball game. I can tell you that Salam is 6 of 6 from the field. He's 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. He's got 15 points in 8 minutes. And what a start by Kadar Salam as the Clan overall shooting a very healthy 69% from the field, 9 of 13. Western Oregon as well, 8 of 18, 44%. The leading scorer for the Wolves, JJ Churnside, 4 of 6 from the field. We mentioned the 2 triples. He's 2 of 3 from beyond the arc with 10 points. 3 points apiece for Darius LeBaum and Demetrius Trammell. Salam with 15 for Simon Fraser. Provenzano with 4 and 2 apiece for JJ Pankratz and Tyrell Lewin. 15 points in 8 minutes. And the interesting stat about Western Oregon, they've got 20 points, but 15 of their 20 points have come off the bench. And of course, Churnside came in off the bench. He's got 10, so a lot of points there. And Spence misses the first free throw. Othniel making the second. Klein keeping this gap at 1 possession. This Western Oregon team, as they showed you early, not afraid to go to their bench, so deep in that rotation. Here's Trammell, guarded by Spence, makes a great move to the basket, can't score at the rebound. Gobbled up by Simon Fraser, and right down the floor, Provenzano. Oh, and trying to finish underneath the Clan, leaving some points on the floor there. Matthew O'Brien, one of the newcomers, the rebound and the miss at the other end. Provenzano skying for that rebound. Just mentioned Matthew O'Brien's name, one of the newcomers on this team wearing number 10. And Jordan Muir-Keung wearing number 5 now into the game. Provenzano will take his first rest of the contest. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you might be on Clan TV, and our producer Gabe Lynn giving you the bird's eye view from in here in the West Gym, the top Burnaby Mountain, all the replays, everything that goes along with Clan TV. So we hope you enjoy the broadcast, and all of this available on demand as well. In the half court, Muir-Keung chasing Triano. The drive off the window, and Dustin Triano lays it up and in. 24-22 the score here. Western Oregon trailing by 2. Muir Keung to Salam. Matt O'Brien. Back up to Muir Keung. He'll feed Newsom. Triano guarding him. The turnaround shot doesn't go. Some good defense there by Dustin Triano as the Wolves get right back down the floor. Farouk Bey, little hesitation on the dribble, kicks it out. Three ball off the iron and into the hands of Isaiah Sherman Newsom. That was Alabi with the jumper at the other end of the court. Physical drive right to the window for Isaiah Sherman Newsom. He'll get the layup. And the Clan lead back out to 4 points here. Down to 9:39 left in this opening half. Farouk Bey loses control right to Newsom, and Muir Keung now down the floor. Ooh, trying to pass. In a bad spot there, turns the ball over. Alabi, they'll kick it right back out. Farouk Bey, and he draws the contact on the way to the basket. Let's see who the foul goes against. It could be Sherman Newsom. Indeed, Isaiah Sherman Newsom will get called for the foul. Sherman Newsom, the senior out of Laramie County Community College, but an Anchorage, Alaska native. And a vital part of head coach Steve Hansen's group on the floor, a starter last season, and one of these guys that you can play as a guard, but is physical enough to go under, despite being undersized, can go in there and man those forward positions for you. So a real valuable piece to what Simon Fraser is doing as they try and take some bigger steps this season to find some consistency and try to find a way to win some games here in the GNAC. That was Farouk Bey making that last free throw. Right down the floor off the steal there. And Lubom ties this game at 26, 9 minutes to go in the opening half of play. Muir Keung comes under some defensive pressure just outside the three-point line, and the officials are going to call, I think there was a double dribble they called there, but he turns the ball over regardless. Not happy with the play there. And the Seattle native will take a seat. Pankrat's back onto the floor wearing number 22. Western Oregon, the depth starting to show here. Aggressive take to the basket and the N1 opportunity for Alabi. And again, Sherman Newsom getting called for the foul. That's his second, and we'll take a look at it right here on Clan TV. Good ball movement there and quick step to the basket. Sherman Newsom trying to make up a half step there, can't do it. And Janvier Alabi, San Diego, California native, getting his chance for the N1. He's going to knock it down. And a lead for Western Oregon, 29-26. Certainly Simon Fraser knew these moments were coming, and these are the ones where they have to react in ways that show they progressed as a basketball team. They will go to Spence for three, and he knocks it down off Neil Spence with a big triple. And that's a great response to falling behind. They go right back down the floor to Spence for the triple. There's Hawken underneath. He can't find the mark underneath, and Spence with a rebound into the hands of Provenzano. Locked at 29, Provenzano. Great pivot move off the window, and Michael Provenzano draws a huge roar from the crowd here at the West Gym. A great pivot move underneath the basket. Had left his defender flat-footed, but Western Oregon right down the floor to get that back. And Darius Labom able to score to tie it at 31. A great game here for the full house at the West Gym. Kedar Salam talked about those 15 points. This time a gain from the elbow. Can't get that one to fall in and out for number 11. So keep it locked at 31, 7:30 remaining. Pulling up for three. Too strong off the back iron, the Wolves with Farouk Bey. Western Oregon getting a test here from Simon Fraser. That Clan team having a great opportunity down the stretch drive of last season. They won a couple of games. They lost a game here to Concordia that everyone in the gym will tell you, including Concordia fans, they should have won. They gave up a 4-point play and lost the game quite incredibly in the dying seconds. But Simon Fraser basketball did some really good things at the end of the year. They're celebrating here the start of the GNAC season with the MEI Screaming Eagles band. And of course the mascot Fog McDog. Simon Fraser basketball right here on Clan TV to bring you up to date on some of those numbers. Kadar Salam still with those 15 points. He's only taken one shot. He opened the game 6 of 6 from the field. Those 15 points still a high in this game, and Turnside's 10 still the high on the other side. Darius Labamo up to 7 on 3 of 4 shooting for Western Oregon. Provenzano now with 6 points in this game. 31-31, and those bench points for Western Oregon, you got to think at some point that starting group is going to really start to exert itself for head coach Jim Shaw. But right now, the Western Oregon Wolves have gotten 20 of their 31 points from the bench over the first 12 and a half minutes of play. And that is a statement as to the depth of what these guys have. So it can be a little bit deceiving, that starting group, as talented as it is. Maybe there really isn't a starting group with this Western Oregon team. They are some kind of basketball team. And as we sit here locked at 31, the Clan doing their best to keep themselves in this basketball game. Far side of the floor, looks like Othniel Spence will get a foul as he guards Demetrius Trammell along the baseline. Mentioned Demetrius Trammell is a senior, 6'1", 165 out of West Point, Georgia. Game played at a pretty frenetic pace to start. Not a lot of free throw trips though. Those are the 6th free throws made of this game by Western Oregon. They have made all 4. Simon Fraser is 3 of 4 from the stripe. Spence now with 2 fouls in this game. 2-point lead for the guys in red out of Western Oregon. Salam to Sherman Newsom. 3-pointer is off the mark, and quickly down the floor come the Wolves with Allaby. Omlid now on the baseline. He'll drive and kick back to Allaby. They go back on top to Brandell Evans. Tanner, the drive into the double team and the kick on the baseline. Shot clock now down to 10. Omlid will put up the 3 in front of Sherman Newsom and knock it down. Tanner Omlid. That's a clutch shot for 3. Had Sherman Newsom right in his face, and the biggest lead of the game now for the Wolves is at 5 points at 36-31. Provenzano to Pankratz. Ooh, that's a tough break there for JJ Pankratz. He's got the strength in his game. Omlid a lot more slight of frame, and as JJ drives into him, Omlid stands his ground and falls back, and the foul called, his first of the game against JJ Pankratz. Danger zone here for Simon Fraser. They trail by 5. First time they gave up the lead, they came right back down the floor, knocked down a 3 to tie it. But this time, the Wolves have built the lead to 5 points. Omlid to Trammell. He's going to get it back with Pankratz guarding him. Spin move on the baseline, and they'll call the travel against Tanner Omlid. Great defense there as Pankratz wins that battle after losing the last one down the floor against Omlid. Provenzano, so much deception in his dribble drive game. Here he goes behind the back to hand off to Pankratz. Ooh, this time jumping in the way is Allaby. Great job by Janvier Allaby right down the floor. Omlid, an acrobatic rebound and a putback. And that comes from hustle and hard work. Western Oregon, what a great job as they push the lead out to 7 points. Steve Hansen, the SFU head coach, calling a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout as well, and we'll be back with more from the West Gym here on Clan TV.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
And welcome back to the West Gym here. Howard Samura, best seat in the house here at the West Gym. And what an atmosphere for the GNAC opener for Clan men's basketball. A full house here at the West Gym. Provenzano now with the basketball. JJ Pancratz. Great move to the basket by Pancratz, and he will get the N1 opportunity. He goes right by Tanner Omelette, and the last man standing and trying to stop him is Hawken right underneath the basket. And take a look at the replay here. It's determined, and it comes from all those hours in the weight room by JJ Pancratz. What a great move. You see the clenched fist and the congrats from his teammates as Pancratz comes right out of the timeout, goes right to the basket and gets an N1 opportunity. And he will complete it, make it a 4-point game. With 5 minutes remaining in the opening half of play. Here's Allaby. Ooh, unable to find the mark there. Great job standing his ground by Sherman Newsom. And this time Allaby getting just a bit too aggressive, coming from behind against Salam. And Allaby will get called for the foul, his second of the game. These are the moments where you see a Simon Fraser Clan basketball team growing from what they have been able to do the last few seasons. And so many occasions, the leads they would build would evaporate, and they wouldn't have a response if they weren't able to protect their leads. This time they're battling, they're scrapping, they're trailing, but they're doing what they need to do to stay in this basketball game, albeit early in the contest against a nationally ranked foe. Turnaround move by Sherman Newsom against Triano in the post, and this time the jump hook is going to fall. And the Clan on a bit of a rally here, down by 2, 38-36. Ooh, a drive to the basket there by LeBom, and the contact comes. This is one talented guard group for Western Oregon. Look at the depth there. And we'll take a look at the replay of the last basket here on Clan TV. Look at that post-up position, and a nice turnaround move there. Unblockable shot, and a great move there, and you know that Isaiah Sherman Newsom, a basketball purist, will work on that kind of post-up move in practice. Nice to see him execute that there. And a tough stop there for Triano right underneath the basket. There's a make there by Darius LeBom off the free throw. 40-36 now, a 4-point lead. Jordan Muir-Kyung now back into the game, wearing number 5. Sherman Newsom trying to create some space there underneath against Churnside, can't do it. 6'9" JJ Churnside holding his ground, and we talked about what Sherman Newsom has to do as an undersized front court player on many occasions. He thought he could create some space with a little shove there underneath. Churnside didn't give, and no basket as Western Oregon comes up and tries to build on this 4-point lead. There's Evans, Brandell Evans, right to the basket for the layup. And a great job there by Evans. He found his path to the basket and was decisive to make it 42-36, a 6-point lead here for the Wolves. Provenzano, Salam, barrels in the paint. Churnside there defensively and leads the break as well. They get it quickly down the floor. Great move there. Hawken is going to leave it on the rim. And the Clan lucky to dodge a bullet there as Mir Kyung comes down the floor, number 5. He plays the angle off the window and gets it to fall. So Jordan with a great basket there for the Clan. And Sherman Newsom, despite the fouls he's been picking up, plays plucky defense there. They get it down the floor, and that's going to be Pankratz laying it up and in. Simon Fraser, what an effort here against number 13 nationally ranked Western Oregon. The Wolves will bring in Tanner Omelette at the next stoppage. Here they are again in the half court. Trammell, a jump ball called, and what a great play by by Simon Fraser rather, doing a great job. And I think that's going to be Kadar, as we see Pankratz at one end. I believe that was the former UBC Thunderbird. Kadar Salam getting in there, and they get a jump ball called. It was a great defensive play by the Clan, and boy, he celebrated. The rest of the bench got up, and Simon Fraser as the Clan dance team now on the floor. What a great job they've done here. With 2:43 left in the opening half, they trail by 2 points against the team expected to be a bit of a juggernaut here in the GNAC this season. To see the progress of this Clan team, though, we'll measure things obviously throughout the second half of play and see if this Clan team can't keep things going. And while we've got a short break, we can tell you that Charter Bus Lines is the official motor coach of SFU Athletics. They're proud to support Clan football and all SFU teams. Charter Bus Lines, dedicated to providing safe and comfortable transportation to your games throughout the Pacific Northwest. You can visit them at charterbuslines.com. And look at that MEI Screaming Eagles marching band. Internationally known, they win contests wherever they go. Great to see them here at the West Gym. Just bringing that real collegiate feel to Simon Fraser men's basketball in the opener of the GNAC season. Coming out of the break, Howard Samura here with you. 2:34 from the break as Provenzano, the spin move with the turnaround of the paint, and he knocks it down! Michael Provenzano! A beautiful hoop, and a block at the other end. Turnside keeps it going, though. And it looks like Pankratz is going to pick up the foul, and you got to tip your hat to JJ Churnside. That second effort gets him to the free throw line in a game that's locked at 42. Take a look at a replay here, I think, on Clan TV as Provenzano. Look at the spin move and the confidence in that shot. And to all the young players watching out there, that comes from reps. You know where you are on the floor, and the natural instincts just take over. A great turnaround move as Tyrell Lewin comes in the game now for Isaiah Sherman Newsom. Churnside makes the first, puts his team up by 1. High arcing free throw, too strong off the iron into the hands of Salam. Provenzano has been fun to watch, as has Salam. They have delivered here in the opening half for Simon Fraser. Oh, nice ball movement. Salam with a head fake. Shot clock now down to 4 as Mir Kyung puts up a high arcing shot and he knocks it down. Number 5 for the Simon Fraser Clan. What a great jump shot, great touch he's showing here in this opening half of play. Omelette for 3. He's too strong off the iron. The rebound there by Pankratz. Provenzano tries to push the pace. Lewin grabs a loose ball, and they will call a jump ball. One hand on the ball by Brandell Evans. He's doing everything he can. And it's those little things, those little hustle plays on the floor. Evans could only get one hand over there, but he gets it up as we take a look at the last play here on Clan TV. Provenzano so confident with that handle. It is so tested. He gets it over to Pankratz as we see, and they'll move it over. NCC Muir Young scored as we get back to live action on that extended replay. And Muir Young's going to get called for the foul. So Muir Young picks up his second foul of the game. One of the newcomers here to this Clan team is Jordan Muir Young, a 6'1", 170 junior at a Shorewood High School and Bellevue Community College, a Seattle native who is up here now to get his D2 career going, and looks like he's going to contribute a lot, especially as a shooter here. Brandell Evans going for the steal there as Western showing a bit of a zone look here. Clan will move it around the perimeter. Great fake there by Pancratz, can't get the one-hander to go. That little floating, whatever you want to call it, push shot doesn't go for Pancratz. Omlid though, kicks it back out. Jumper is going to rattle in and out for LeBomb. The Western Oregon finishes underneath with Omlid there, and they go up 47-45 in the final 30 seconds of this opening half of play. Boy, they are active. LeBomb and Brandell Evans want to steal every time Simon Fraser's got the ball. There's a little head fake by Provenzano. Pancratz for the three, in and out. And Hawken there with the rebound for Western Oregon. This group getting it done right now for the Wolves. 47-45, down to 6 seconds remaining. Kick it to Omlid for three, bingo! And that will count for Western Oregon at the buzzer. And a 5-point lead for the Wolves, 50-45, but a great first half of play here for the Simon Fraser University Clan. They are within 5 of the number 13 ranked D2 team in the country. And so a great job there, and we're going to be joined, I believe, right now by Michael Provenzano, and we'll welcome him in and talk about the pace and the tempo and how much fun you guys had out there in the first half.
It was a lot of fun. We got a great crowd. Obviously, it's a home opener, awesome day. And yeah, we had some fun. We were able to get some runouts. I think that's where we were most successful when we were getting our stops and running. Had some successful in our man. They went zone there at the end. And we got to get some scores against the zone to get them out of it, so that's the goal. You guys look like a refreshed team against the number 13 team in the country. You've got yourselves in a position to where you want to be in the second half. Well, we're in a great position. We feel like we can play with anybody, and we think if we play our best, we can win this game, so that's what we're going to do. Michael Provenzano, thank you very much for joining us here on Clan TV. A great first half by the Clan point guard, and we'll look for more of the same in the second half. I'll take a short break as well. Be back with you before the opening of the second half. Howard Samura here from the West Gym, Simon Fraser Clan TV.
With Ed Sheeran's Continuing, a love story of designer's grandparents, followed by Cowboy Girl, a hit title originally made famous by Steve Earle in the year 2000, and again in 2017 by Ed Sheeran. Under the direction of Chad Joyner and Kara Friesen, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the MEI Screaming Eagles Marching Band. town of Rattling County, Suffolk, before moving to London at the age of 17 to pursue a music career. He pays homage on this nostalgic punk rock number of his upbringing in the provincial eastern England town. And he concludes their performance today with Ed Sheeran's Castle on the Hill.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Hi, I'm Tessa May. I'm Kat Dalgay. I'm Angelica Kilberg, and we're on the women's volleyball team. Today we're going to be teaching 2 men's wrestlers and 2 women's golfers how to play volleyball.
How I think I'm gonna do? Probably really bad, because I've never played volleyball. But Tao's gonna do pretty good.
No, we're gonna kill it.
I think Laura's gonna do great today.
I think we're both going to do pretty bad. Golf is very different from volleyball.
Yep.
Okay, toss.
This could take a while. Summoning some wrestling power here.
Oh.
Oh. Nope.
Oh, yes.
That's it. Oh, come on. Be the ball. No, move into it. Yeah.
Put all of your muscles into it.
I don't got very many.
Yes. Oh.
Oops. Come on, run faster. No!
Oh. Wow, this ball is light.
Yes!
Oh.
Yes! In! Oh no! Get there, get there. I'm gonna
one over. This is the one. I feel it. Yeah! High five.
We're gonna move on to some defense now. The most important thing about defense is effort. Just run for anything, go for everything. Face Tessa. Yeah, there you go.
I don't have knee pads. Oh.
That's our side, your side.
Whoops, sorry.
Oh no, I'm not getting that.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The jump and bump, love it. Okay.
Oh. Oh. He's on my side.
Oh. That's great.
All right, no, I'm done.
So much more cardio than golf.
Then 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
No.
Nope. Boom. Boom.
Yes. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops. Oh. Sorry.
So like right here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, one more.
Okay.
All right. I'm out.
Oh, that was really high. Oh no.
Nice.
I'm out of breath.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh. Tie game. All right, let's go team. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. Nice. All right, that's good. Good game. Good game. Good game.
So everyone's serving looked really good. I thought digging to start off with was pretty rough. But you know what, our effort was there. We went for every ball mostly. And I think Morgan gets number 1 for digging.
Their swinging was actually a lot better than I thought. They picked up the footwork really easily. Couple goofy footers, but it's pretty good.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for watching.
SFU on 2 on 2.
SFU.
And welcome back, everybody, to the West Gym. Simon Fraser University. We're at the top of Burnaby Mountain and getting set for the second half of play here in the GNAC 2017-18 opener for your Simon Fraser University clan. Tonight hosting the number 13 nationally ranked Western Oregon Wolves, and the score heading into the second half, 50-45 for the men in red. Western Oregon. A tremendous game, chatting with clan assistant coach Brett McDonald, talking about the energy that this clan team brought in the opening half play. Certainly the packed house here at the West Gym appreciative of the effort of the home team as they take possession here to start the second half. Kedar Salam getting muscled as he drives into the paint. And Salam took a huge fall into the back stanchion padding, and amazing, great sportsmanship to see that Western Oregon team hustling over to help up Kedar Salam. A 5-point margin here. And Hawken now to Omelette. Farouk Bey, reversal. Hawken puts up the 3-ball. Bingo, knocks it down. And right off the top, Riley Hawken knocking down the triple there. The 8-point lead is the largest of the game for Western Oregon. Demanding a response here from the clan. Sherman Newsom to Pankratz to Salam. JJ again with the basketball. Muscling Omelette, driving to the basket. Now we remarked in the opening half as Omelette gets called for the foul. don't want to say Omelette took a flop on one in the first half, but Pancratz is very strong on the ball. That physique chiseled in the weight room in his senior year, does a great job of taking his path to the basket. Tanner Omelette gave him a high five after that miss because Pancratz missed by so much he didn't even want to think about how bad that shot was. That one off the back iron is closer, doesn't fall as Pancratz would love to have those back. Missing them both here. The Wolves with a chance to get to double digits here in the lead. Hawken and Omelette. They play catch on the perimeter with the shot clock down to 10. The drive by Farouk Bey off the window is going to go. Darius Lebom, apologies, with that basket. And Lebom wearing number 20. I'll get it straight here. Salam into traffic, and he's going to get the nice friendly roll. And Kadar Salam with his first basket in a long time. He started the game 6 of 6 from the field, missed his next 2, but seriously getting that defensive attention as would be expected from Western Oregon. This time they'll find a way to score it inside. And Salam now with a game high 17. There's Farouk Bey, 22. He's going to tee it up for 3 this time. In and out and into the hands of Tyrell Lewin. Provenzano, the home run pass to Sherman Newsom right down the court. And out of the hands of the outstretched tight end on the play down the field. 55-47, keep it at 8 with a chance of gain for Western Oregon to get to double figures here. You can hear the dulcet tones of head coach Steve Hansen right here at court level, our broadcast location right next to the Simon Fraser Clan bench. Lebom back up top to Hawken. Vince Bauman sighting, he's got the basketball, kicking it back out to Hawken for 3. He knocks it down wide open, nobody there to take care of business defensively against Riley Hawken, and he knocks it down. So that 11-point lead, the biggest of the game here now for Western Oregon. Provenzano kicks it back out to Pancratz. Here's Kadar, tries to split a double team at the top, gets it back to Sherman Newsom for 3, and Isaiah knocks it down! Isaiah Sherman Newsom with a much-needed bolt of offense there for Simon Fraser, knocks down the triple. He rattles it home to make it 58-50. Lebom across to Hawken. He'll get it right back. And this time drive knocked away by Provenzano. And the Clan, 3-on-2 down the floor. Salam somehow is able to corral it. But Omelette, I think, got the block there and gets his team right back down the floor. It's Lebom one-on-one. Pancratz with the block at the other end. Bauman with the rebound. Oh, how did they not call a travel there? That's big number 15 with that awkward pivot. They'll kick it back up top to Sherman Newsom. And Hawken dives in front of him, goes to the floor. And Riley Hawken will get called for the foul there. Sherman Newsom, I think, got poked in the eye. That's not fun. Jim Shaw, himself a Western Oregon grad from out of 1985. Makes a change on the floor. We'll get to that in a second. As Salam puts up the shot, misses the rim altogether. Just underway here in the second half of play. JJ Churnside had a great first half off the bench. He's going to defer to Omelette, puts up the 3-ball. Both teams off the mark here, shooting from distance to start this second half of play. Here's Provenzano in the corner. The jumper from Pancratz off the back iron. Ricochets to Lewin. Loose ball. Pancratz wants it. Omelette gets it. And he gets it to Lebom. Churnside thought about the 3. Interesting matchup there. Lewin's going to get back on him because Provenzano was caught in a mismatch there for a second. Here's Darius Lebom to Churnside. Omelette uses the screen well, reverses his drive and goes to the basket for the layup. And that 10-point lead at 60-50. Western Oregon flexing some muscle here. Provenzano tries to go up and under the outstretched arms of Churnside. He did a good job, but just could not finish underneath. Here's LeBon, the crossover move. Using Hawken as a screen, they'll get back to Hawken to Omelette. Wholesale changes for Western Oregon as Churnside puts the arc on the fading three and knocks it down. 63-50, they lead up to 13 now. Western Oregon's depth showing its true colors here. We talked about those bench versus starter ratios. There's JJ turning too strong off the back iron, and Salam is having trouble as he gets up. Not sure if he's just dragging his foot, trying to get some life back into that leg, but he literally dragged that foot, and Hawken's gonna rattle it home. And here come the Wolves with a 16-point lead, shot out of a cannon. They are on fire right now. A timeout on the floor before the subs could go in, but Salam is coming off the floor favoring that right leg, and he'll get some attention from the Clan training staff here. It shows you how much he wants to be on the floor, because Kedar Salam, as he got up, made one move where he literally dragged his foot along the floor just to get into position defensively. And Western Oregon, surprise, coming in at 6-0, ranked number 13 in the NABC D2 poll. And we talked about what they were able to do in terms of an opening half of play in which they scored 25 points off of their bench, 25-9. That's now at 28-9. So literally a huge portion, let's say 45% of their points that are coming off the bench. But when you knew when that starting group got into its groove that the numbers would continue to favor Western Oregon, and that has really shown here. Simon Fraser getting snowed under to start the second half of play by this group, wearing red. It's a GNAC opener here on Clan TV. Thanks as always to our producer and engineer, Gabe Lynn, and we hope you liked the performance of the MEI Screaming Eagles band at halftime. What a dynamic group they are, and I took one peek inside Broadcast Central, and there's Gabe Lynn doing a great job of commanding the cameras and really showing you the true essence of this great ensemble here at the West Gym tonight. Sherman Newsom now with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Ooh, was looking for Matt O'Brien on the skip pass and couldn't find the Clan newcomer wearing number 10. Now, I'm not sure if this is a media timeout or it's a media timeout on the floor right now. It's 66-50. And again, a chance to let you know about some of the people who helped bring Clan TV to the air. Well, we should let you know that it is indeed Tukes and Hoops Night. Tukes and Hoops Night, easy for me to say. The first ever Tukes and Hoops Night presented by the SFU Bookstore and Spirit Shop. We want to give a special shout out to our friends at the SFU Spirit Shop for supporting our event by providing us with these nice toques for the winter season. And it is so cool to see the toques in the gym here today. The red ones, so Canadian, for Canada's NCAA team. Tukes and Hoops, the great giveaway here and the great promotion. This is small college basketball at its best, and a real shout out to Steve Frost. What a great job getting this evening together to welcome in the GNAC season for the SFU men's basketball team. A full house here at Simon Fraser. And I can see athletic director Teresa Hansen in the gym, taking in the action here. And seeing a full house is always a fun thing to see on your own campus. Great student involvement here tonight. And Simon Fraser, though, in a bit of a pickle, trailing by 16 and hoping to get back into this thing. Coming out of a media timeout. They've had two very closely timed timeouts here to try and stem the tide. Triano now with the basketball. Dustin, the drive into the basket. Pankratz all over him. The ball's going to go out of bounds off of Pankratz. It'll stay with the Clan, 12 on the shot clock. Just a few ticks under 14 minutes remaining in this basketball game. Triano now with the basketball, getting out to Trammell. So much depth on this. There's two full starting units on this Western Oregon team. Trammell will put up the three and knock it down, 69-50. Salam, after getting some attention from the medical staff, set the check back in for Simon Fraser. He'll do so on the next stoppage off. Neil Spence back up to O'Brien, quickly to Provenzano. Michael holding the basketball. He'll take a couple steps back as the shot clock now down to 10. Sherman Newsom, the three ball, high arcer. Doesn't find the mark, and Omlid skies for the rebound. Tanner Omlid, number 11, quickly down the floor to Demetrius Trammell. The three ball off the side iron, right into the hands of Omlid. And he's going to get back to Trammell. They're just playing catch. They'll go to the other side for Triano. The big three, he knocks it down. Dustin Triano, 2 steps behind the arc. Swishing the three-point ball here at the West Gym. 72-50 the score now. Biggest lead of the game is now 22 points for Western Oregon. Simon Fraser hung tough in the half. Here's O'Brien for three. Off the window! And you know what the old cliche is there? We're not even going to repeat it, but Matt O'Brien, we're not sure if that's rookie nerves or what that was. He banked it in off the window. Cuts the lead to 19 here. Here's Triano with the basketball. Churnside now. 6'9", kicking it back up top, and the shot too strong for Western Oregon. Can the Wolves continue this pace, or the Clan gonna get a rally going here? Provenzano to Pancratz. JJ turnaround in the paint, swishes it. And he's had Omlid on him all night. A tough shot there. JJ Pancratz turns and delivers in the paint for Simon Fraser. Churnside down with the basketball. Hand off to Trammell. Spence guarding him as drive to the basket there. And Othniel Spence is going to get called for the foul, I believe. Indeed, it will be Othniel Spence, his 3rd foul of the game. There's a media timeout here. And we could let you know that for the latest SFU athletics news, stats, and videos and more, you can visit athletics.sfu.ca. Also stay connected with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Today's game also, as you know, live streamed on YouTube. Today's game is live streamed on YouTube, and you can watch it at athletics.sfu.ca/live, but also on demand. And the address there for all Clan archive sporting events, athletics.sfu.ca/on-demand. And women's basketball also set to take center stage here at the West Gym soon. We just get through the fall season. Also the news today, and always a tough one, but we will mention today, Kelly Bates, the 3-year head coach of Simon Fraser Clan football, not having his contract renewed by the school. So our best wishes to Kelly Bates, his family, and everyone associated with Simon Fraser as the two part ways and move on to separate ways here. Kelly Bates, it was a struggle, winless in 3 seasons and building the program, but the university electing to go in another direction. We'll see what happens there. News from Athletic Director Teresa Hansen that the new coach, she wants to be hired as soon as possible. They're really going to try and expedite that process as the recruiting season, a key time of the year. Here's a jumper from Trammell for 3, and it's going to fall, and it is all Western Oregon now as we reach the midway point of the second half here, 11:14 remaining. Jordan Muir-Keung with the basketball right now, wearing number 5. Drive there by Salam. And all the great things Salam did early in this game. He had a lull there as the defense paid particular attention to him, but he's found a way to score a couple of baskets here in the second half, 75-57. Clan trailed by 5 points at the half. Now trailing by 18. There's a basket down underneath the basket by JJ Churnside. What a versatile player, showing that 3-point stroke, a bit of a handle, and the ability to score down low as well. Here's O'Brien. His drive in, but the shot off the mark. And Trammell quickly igniting the offense down the floor. You go to Triano to the other side of the floor to Trammell. Bingo. The 3-ball flowing for Western Oregon. Kind of reminiscent of the Clan women's team here in their non-conference opener here, where they hit 18 threes and set a new GNAC record. There's Salam again, this time into traffic. And the key for Western Oregon is just to suffocate Kedar Salam if they can. Don't give them that first dribble or two to get free to the basket. Because once they do, that's what you're going to see. Salam dribbling so authoritatively into the defense, draws the foul and gets to the free throw line. Head coach Steve Hansen preaching the patience with this Clan team, and he is making strides. Simon Fraser still with a great opportunity here to put one more push into Western Oregon before this night is over, and to know that not every night in the GNAC is going to produce a nationally ranked foe. Of course, they don't want to think that way. You heard Michael Provenzano at the half. They think they can win every game they play, and that's the attitude that you need if you want to get your program established in a tough conference like the GNAC D2 brand of basketball. Here's Triano with a basketball back up top. Brandell Evans. Certainly loved the way Western Oregon went zone and put Brandell Evans at the top of that zone, along with Allenby, and they were a imposing duo. Inbounds to Triano to Trammell. Shot clock now down to 10 as Allaby goes right to the rim, can't get the layup. Here's Kadar with the basketball. In case you don't know, Kadar right now, Kadar Salam. Shot clock down to 6 for Kadar. Down to 3, down to 2, he's got to put it up, and he gets it off. It's not going to count if it goes. The shot clock violation there. Tough sledding for Simon Fraser. (22-10) is the gap in terms of what the Clan have been outscored by in this second half of play, down to 8:48 remaining. As Western Oregon and Simon Fraser open their GNAC seasons here tonight at the West Gym. Tyrell Lewin kind of reaching in against Dustin Triano, gets called for the foul. And Lewin in that starting group, but unable to get going tonight. Providing some of the rare height and size inside for the Clan on this team. Whistle blows as Allaby hands the ball off to Trammell. A young basketball team, what do you learn? You play a great first half, you have to transfer that energy into the start of the second half, and Simon Fraser left behind in the fumes, so to speak, over the first few moments of this second half, and it's manifested itself into a 22-point lead at this stage for the visitors from Western Oregon. Great to see the full house here tonight to start off the season for Clan men's basketball. Provenzano set to inbounds with 20 on the shot clock for the Clan. Othniel off the catch and shoot. Too strong off the back iron. Lewin with a nice rebound back up top to Provenzano. Great look underneath to Sherman Newsom, who's mugged underneath by Hawken. And Isaiah Sherman Newsom will get his trips with 8:07 remaining. Isaiah Sherman Newsom at the free throw line. In their two meetings last season, Western Oregon won 85-60 at home on January the 12th, but lost 68-63 here in the West Gym on February the 11th, and that was part of that late surge down the stretch of the season by Simon Fraser. The Clan team showed great fortitude last season under Steve Hansen. His first year as the head coach, they went winless for a huge stretch, but kept going despite some heartbreaking losses. There's a battle for a loose ball between Omlid and Lewin. And the officials will indicate Western Oregon basketball. Simon Fraser's 4 victories this season over Hawaii Hilo, Notre Dame de Moore, Capilano, and Quest. So a couple of CCAA teams included in there. Four and 2 non-conference, and a nice start for the Clan as they head into GNAC play, and this is where the games count. Here's Trammell. Omlid to Farouk Bey, and a reach. Timeout called on the floor. We'll take a short break as well and be back with more of the second half here from the West Gym.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
For me, one word to describe competing for SFU is passion. Because to accomplish anything, you have to work for it. You need to love to work for it. My passion for basketball drives me to dedicate everything I have to it, day in and day out. I am Graham Miller, and I am proud to be on Canada's NCAA men's basketball team.
And welcome back, everybody, to the West Gym. Great camera work there as the MEI Screaming Eagles band entertaining the crowd here at the West Gym. Down to 7:44 remaining. Western Oregon turning on the Jets here in the second half to build up a 21-point lead. LeBaum with the basketball, guarded by Muir Kyung. Tries to split the defense. JJ Pankratz reaches a hand in there. The loose ball to Spence right down the floor. Can't get the finish. And Omlid with the rebound. Farouk Bey. LeBaum goes to the corner to Demetrius Trammell. And Trammell is deadly from the corner. What do you do if you're Clan head coach Steve Hansen? They are moving the ball and finding open shooters and knocking down the shots there are the Western Oregon Wolves. Muir Kyung with a three-pointer. He's made some nice shots here tonight. Pankratz battling in a tip drill, and it's going to end up in the hands of LeBaum. Clan can't catch a break here as they trail by 23. Churnside. LeBaum, they move it around the perimeter. Shot clock down to 12. Here's LeBaum, they kick to the corner. Farouk Bey drives, puts up an off-balance shot, gets his own rebound in a crowd, and a great job there by Sherman Newsom to bat it away and get it to Provenzano. Pankratz, boy, nobody can secure the basketball as they come down the floor. It's a hot potato. The Pankratz is fouled, and Tanner Omlid will get called for that foul, his second of the game. So Pancras to the free throw line, and Matt O'Brien will check in for the Simon Fraser Clan. As we mentioned, one of the new players on this roster. Upcoming games for the Clan, December the 2nd at 7 p.m. against Concordia. The Cavaliers will be here. And that's a Saturday game. I won't be doing the play-by-play, but you will have a chance to watch that. I believe Steve Frost will handle the play-by-play on Saturday. December the 15th, 6 p.m., the Clan will be at the University of Idaho to play the Vandals, a D1 Big Sky opponent. And the 18th and 19th of December, your holidays, if you're into the holiday mode, love your holiday basketball, a couple of 12 noon starts right here at the West Gym, non-conference against Douglas College and Langara. So plenty of upcoming action here. As Western Oregon keeps knocking it down, Lubom from the corner knocks down the triple there, 85-60 the score. Tyrell Lewin set to check in the next break. Spence to O'Brien underneath for the layup. And that worked for Simon Fraser. Not enough has in the second half of play, but a nice sequence there as O'Brien gets the basket. Here's Demetrius Trammell kicking it back up top. Churnside a step beyond the arc. Here's Provenzano, coast to coast for the layup, Michael Provenzano. Great job from number 20, and head coach Jim Shaw calling a timeout here with 5:07 remaining. Take a look at that play on Clan TV. Provenzano, a crowd favorite, and you see it right there. He really does a great job, brings the entertainment factor here to the crowd at the West Gym as the Screaming Eagles band out of MEI Secondary in Abbotsford gets it going. If you're a basketball fan, what a great time of the year it is. BC High School basketball of the boys and girls variety started on Monday, and there's plenty of action every night of the week. Barring Sundays, you can get out and watch your old school, your favorite new schools, tournaments, whatever you want. And of course, Simon Fraser basketball, as we told you, busy over the next couple of weeks with 3 games anyway here in the West Gym. So plenty of options for your basketball. There's so much going on right now, but glad you've chosen to be with us here on Clan TV tonight to watch the GNAC opener. 5:07 remaining here, and the Western Oregon star Tanner Omlid is set to inbound the basketball. He'll get it back from Darius Lebom and dribble into the paint. Farouk Bey, double clutch underneath the basket, gets some great backspin on the basketball for the layup underneath with under 5 minutes remaining. Here's Provenzano being dogged by Omlid, no call there as Provenzano crashes to the floor, and the Wolves are going to blow a circus opportunity, except Omlid was so wide open. Oh, they're waving it off. Excuse me, a delay of game warning was issued there as you saw the replay. Keep it at 89-65. Here's Provenzano now to O'Brien. Mir Kyung now with the basketball, drives it underneath the basket. Farouk Bey is going to get called for the foul. So nice aggressive take. Pays off there for Jordan Mir Kyung. And that's a hyphenated surname, M-U-I-R-K-E-U-N-G, Jordan Mir Kyung. As we mentioned, a junior out of Seattle, Washington, joining this Clan program. His first conference game in the GNAC. Making good from the stripe. But 23 points has really let all the air out of the gym here. As Western Oregon with Farouk Bey right down the floor, an easy basket. The Clan just not there mentally right now, giving up too many easy baskets. Never seen an opposition team help the home team up off the floor more than Western Oregon does. Jumper there from Othniel Spence off the mark. Clan, of course, with their second Oregon opponent on tap, the Concordia Cavaliers out of Portland, here on Saturday night, December the 2nd. And the 7 p.m. start here on Clan TV. A timeout on the floor. And my chance to let you know all about varsityletters.ca. I hope you'll have a chance to find this site, my pride and joy. I make sure it is stocked with fresh stories every day, covering the BC high school and university sporting communities, varsityletters.ca. Our latest entries come from the BC High School Boys Volleyball Championships today out in Langley at the Langley Event Center as well. The inside story on the parting of ways today between Simon Fraser head football coach Kelly Bates and the school. We talked to both Coach Bates and athletic director Teresa Hansen. And as we mentioned, Teresa Hansen lets us know that that search for the new football coach has a bit of purpose and a bit of urgency to it. They would love to get that done as soon as possible. So we'll see what happens there and keep you up to date at varsityletters.ca for all the news that happens in the local university scene, including Simon Fraser up on the top of the hill here, 91-66. A 50-45 lead at the half for Western Oregon has turned into a 91-66 contest. An incredible surge by the nationally ranked Wolves. Inbound, Simon Fraser Spence gets it to Pancratz. Ooh, and as he drives by Triano, Farouk Bey comes out of nowhere, and this time Omlid skies to block Provenzano. Take a look at that Clan replay as we see Dustin Triano embracing Farouk Bey. These are the kinds of plays that really get a team going, and you saw Omlid's block there on the replay on Clan TV, and really an exclamation mark here for this Western Oregon team. And in Western Oregon, I know if you're a Clan basketball fan, you might not be happy tonight, but if you're a basketball purist and they love teams that play hard and set the bar for teams like Simon Fraser in their stage of development, Western Oregon is a terrific basketball team. You love not only the skill, the depth, and the sportsmanship as Pancratz knocks down the triple, but just everything they do. Just great, great basketball team we're watching here tonight. Where Western Oregon is, where Simon Fraser wants to get, and Steve Hansen seems to have the ship pointed in the right direction. Churnside got that basketball off the long pass down court. Farouk Bey up top to Triano. Go to Omlid. Down to under 3 minutes remaining in this game. Here is Farouk Bey. Great drive and double clutch underneath the basket for the layup. And their guard group has been outstanding. We mentioned at one point the bench had 25 points. Really supporting a starting group that didn't get off to the quickest start, but that's what Western Oregon's all about here. Here's Pancratz driving. It looks like Brandell Evans is going to get called for the block. Indeed, it will be his first foul of the game. And we will be into the 1-and-1 here. Clan players on the floor right now. Murik Young wearing number 5. Pancratz at the free throw line wearing 22, along with Tyrell Lewin wearing number 23, Michael Provenzano number 20, and Othniel Spence wearing 0. As Pancratz gets a nice roll there, it rattles through and down for the Abbotsford native. Pancratz can't get the roll on the second. Keep this at 23 points. A huge lead here as Farouk Bey stops, finds a way to get it to Buster Souza, making his first appearance of the game wearing number 24, a bruiser down low. nice size in that front court from the 6'8 Souza. We've also saw plenty of the 6'6 Riley Hawken in the starting group, and JJ Churnside at 6'9 as well. 13 on the shot clock as the inbound, 2:16 remaining in this game. Western Oregon well on their way to going to 7-0 on the season and 1-0 in GNAC play. They recycle and get a miss underneath from Souza, who didn't have the touch, but Triano chases down the loose ball. Western Oregon keeping the ball possession-wise in the half court. LeBom move it around to Triano. He's knocked down an impressive 3 in this game tonight. LeBom, high arcer, swish. And just like that, the Western Oregon Wolves are knocking on the door for a 100-point outing here against the Simon Fraser Clan. Great ball movement here by the Clan. Head fake on the baseline. Spence underneath the Lewin, pivoting as he turns, can't get the turnaround shot to go off the back iron and out. And Brandell Evans now as we approach 1 minute remaining in this basketball game. Provenzano guarding closely, and he will get called for the foul. It certainly has been great to see Dustin Triano in the gym here tonight. And he will inbound the ball here. Just great to say the name Triano in the West Gym. In his senior year, talking about what he might want to do once his playing career is over, and certainly coaching is something he's open to. It certainly would seem like a natural transition for him as he drives in. Brandell Evans, that is, and can't get it to fall. We're down to 43 seconds remaining. Just the final ticks of the clock here as Provenzano. New York Young for the 3 ball, this time off the mark, and Souza with the rebound. Simon Fraser University, what a great performance, great energy, and leading much of that first half, trailing by 5 at the break. But then the wheels fell off here to start the second half of play. Alex Vrangis, number 34, the former Centennial Centaur, now in the game for Simon Fraser. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and the Clan will get it with the shot clock off and 11.5 seconds remaining. And they'll get ready. They'll retrench for Concordia on December the 2nd this Saturday. So they're going to wind it down here. Provenzano now with the basketball. Underneath to Vrangis. And the redshirt freshman with a opportunity at the free throw line. Provenzano with a nice penetration dish to number 34. So with 2.9 seconds remaining, Alex Vrangis with a chance to get into the box score. Getting his chance after a bit of an apprenticeship. Vrangis, a kid who didn't play a ton of basketball going up through high school, didn't play club basketball, was with Drive briefly, but really has an active body defensively and can get up and do some good things, so they like his future potential. He hits 1 free throw, and that's going to do it. It's the season opener against the number 13 ranked Western Oregon Wolves, and they will come away with a victory over the hometown Simon Fraser Clan here tonight. The final score, 96-71 from the West Gym in front of a full house in the MEI Screaming Eagles band. A great night of college basketball, but if you're a Simon Fraser fan, the final score not what you want to see. The Clan will retrench, be back at it on Saturday against the Concordia Cavaliers of Portland. The game time 7 o'clock. Hope you join us then for more on Clan TV. Howard Samura bidding you farewell. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you down the road.